So I'm here with my lovely assistant, Huck, and the first step to harnessing a goat is you take the breast collar. And this is what he pulls with, which is why it's nice and padded in the fleece. And you give him a little hug. And for this harness, we always hook on the very last hole. So you hook on this last hole and put it through the keeper. And this is what he's going to pull with, so we want to make sure it's nice and even. These are the traces, or the tugs. This is what will connect him to the wagon. For now, we don't need them, so we're just going to carefully loop them right there so that he doesn't step on them or try to eat them. This is the complicated half of the harness. We always put it on with his hanging down belly band on the right side, and then you put the breeching across his hindquarters. And when we tighten this, we want it snug enough that it stays, but we don't want it too tight. We want to make sure that he can still breathe and be comfortable. This part is mostly just to keep the rest of the harness in place. This doesn't have anything to do with the steering or the pulling of the wagon. And then this is the breeching. This is what the goat uses this is the brakes. If he stops moving but the wagon keeps going forward, it will pull on this, pull against the back of his legs, and slow down the vehicle. You don't have to pull their tail out, but guests will occasionally ask if you're going to pull his tail out of the breeching. And now we are ready to put him on the wagon. Alright, so the easiest way to do this is to walk him alongside of it and then slightly past it. There's a loop on either side of him here called the shaft carriers. And so we are going to lift the shafts up and put each one through that loop to hold them up. And then you pull the shafts forward until the very point of them is about even with the front of his chest. That is about where you want it. And the next step is we take these holdback straps and hook them to the D-rings on the breeching. Now, Jordan, being the kind boss that she is, has set this so that you never have to adjust this. You always just clip this to this D-ring and it will always be there. Pop it on the other side. Now, the last step is we connect the tugs. You always use the last hole and put it on this metal hook. This is what he pulls with, so we want to make sure it's nice and straight and not caught on anything so that he can pull the wagon with the least amount of effort, make sure nothing gets tangled. And he is ready to do some work.